but not exactly sure how. Suddenly, my English Lit test and tennis match the next day no longer seemed so important. This was only the beginning. Without warning, my normal mindset started to bother me. Like a dull toothache that begins to throb, my discomfort with the way things were seemed to increase steadily. For years, I'd asked the questions normal people ask. Why won't the head cheerleader go out with me? What class should I take? Should I change my major? Am I popular enough? Good enough? Successful enough? Can I get a good enough education to land a good job and afford a good house and marry a good woman and have good kids, all so I can... what? Be normal? With a kind of magnetic power, Laura's death now pulled me toward bigger questions. Is this all there is to life? Why am I here? What if that had been me dozing off behind the steering wheel? If my life ended now, would it matter? What happens after you die? Is there really a God, and a heaven and a hell, and all the Christian stuff I've heard about? These new questions led me to do something totally abnormal for my frat pack of jocks and hardcore party people. Start a Bible study. I admit that, fueled mostly by my newfound fear and anxiety, I also saw an opportunity to improve our fraternity's free-falling reputation. And if I could pass off my new interest in God as a PR move, then my real motivation could remain secret. After all, normal people don't go around thinking about dying and eternity and the meaning of life every day, do they? And technically, it probably shouldn't have been called a Bible study. This was more of a try to read the Bible with a bunch of people who don't know squat about the Bible meeting. And for the record, I wasn't the Bible study type. While I wasn't sure what that type was, it seemed a safe bet that it wasn't the guy who hit on sorority girls at the weekly keg party. So despite the jeering and mocking of our friends, a few frat brothers and I gathered on a Tuesday night in a room affectionately called the Pit to attempt something none of us had ever done alone, much less together. Read the Bible. We started in Matthew chapter 1. I knew enough to start with the New Testament and not Genesis, and plowed forward the best we could. At the end